Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come.
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of...
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. Dancing away at the 35. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the...
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early lead. You never give those back, but there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards to pick up, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
This one swung out to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 3. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact of the next-gen stats. On second down, Cook. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. But guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Shoves him aside. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer. But I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Fisher. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. James Cook running back out now. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. It's Stewart. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the 1st target, not just the 1st catch, 1st target. It's complete to Cook. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on second and 13. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And his kick here is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll run here with Mason. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. And inside give to Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Spears. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. 17, 5 years. 70. 79 Broncos.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from the end line time. So you've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Duarte. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Duarte. And he's, oh no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, Spears. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Spears. Open man there is Malone. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
He's back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, remember now, no overtime in the preseason, but where the score's at now, overtime would be unlikely. If these guys can put it in the end zone here, they'll be looking pretty good.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. 23 yards the pickup there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
19 tight. Hey, pass. No lead. Go.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's look along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because the field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for two. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. A little under 30 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Duarte. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Duarte. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
On the double. Ready?
Looking to throw. Duarte. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Right there, hurt.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.